Hi. What's good? My hair looks like a hot mess just because I just got out the shower and I threw some moisturizer on. I have not done any kind of makeup today, obviously. Today's one of those days. I think I might just throw some no, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna chill. Hey, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Um Sorry, I look like a hot mess. I promise I'm gonna fix myself right here in a minute. I just don't know where my brush is at. I have to find it. Hold on. I'm gonna sit y'all here for a minute. My kid was over this weekend and she's misplaced my hairbrush. I had to text her and ask her where she put it, but she's in school right now. So I can't ask her. Sorry I left the chat room. So I don't, unless it's in my bed. I doubt that because I don't keep it in my bed like that. Might have failed, but I don't know. Oh well. So anyway, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you do watch this. Because sometimes y'all like to watch it after the fact because I get on here sort of at crazy hours. But if you want, uh, me too, girl. I got some. If you want me to throw some at you, I mean, I got some for my video ideas. But let me get my little. What I do, and this is something that I do a lot, is on my channel. I'll do like a poll, and then at the end of the week or like whatever day you want to do this on, have your subscribers like decide what they want to see because I think that's a really for me that I think that's a really great interaction, you know, that they can do, and then I feel like y'all are a part of the channel because y'all are helping me pick out the following my structured video, not my vlogs, but my structured videos. Um, you could do a what's in my purse video. I did that. Hell, you can look on my channel and scroll down and see what videos I have done in the past. I room tour, which actually this is I'll mark that out because I've done that one already. What's in my makeup bag? I'm doing a my story, which is about my past and stuff. I have a tote bag, which I wanted a tote bag because I wanted to do like use it as a work slash purse. Um, Cleaning out your car, organizing your car. I don't know if you do that. A car tour, favorites of all time. You can do like a I did this a long time ago, I think it was. Years ago there was a tag, mind you, when I first got on YouTube almost 10 years ago. And well, you could look, you could do what's in my backpack instead. You could just be like, what's in my backpack? um I do you could do favorites, like monthly favorites, or you could just do favorites of all time or favorites that you're loving at the moment. I think uh let's see, back to the thing that used to be like something that everybody did was like a 50 facts about you, for your subscribers to get to know you. Now, I'm going to be doing and I'm kind of wondering if anybody wants to hear the story. So I'm going to put it in one of my polls, probably next week, probably. Um, and hopefully you guys pick it out. If not, that's fine. But eventually I want to do a video on why I am the way I am. Like, as far as like researching spooky stuff and true crime, and getting into that sort of like dark side of history. Pretty much, I like the dark side of history, if that makes sense. Sorry, I have to fix my hair. With that like piece of strand was like bugging me. So anyway, that's much better. Had like one little piece in my face, and I thought that was just super annoying in my face. Hold that phone. Hello? Um, I got mine through needmytranscript.com. Yeah. Yeah. It did mine at least. All right. All right. You're welcome. Sorry, that was my friend. Sorry I had to answer the phone, but it was my friend. She was asking me about trying to find her transcript on what site. What is the dark side of history? The dark side of history is like stuff like the history of like punishments, like if you like commit a crime or something. Um, of course, true crime, anything kind of spooky or creepy, urban legends could be part of that. Um, I want to do this is something that I really really have been wanting to do on my channel, but I don't know how to go about doing it because I'm not a real good uh, explainer of things sometimes when it comes to like historical events and like timelines type things. Because I jump all over the place. Like, I will be jumping all over the place. And then I'll be like, well, let's get back to, you remember when I was talking about this? Like, you guys will be like, there's so much back and forth, Like, I really want to do something with that. I think it would be really, really fun to do that. I don't know how I would go about doing it if I just want to, like, just sit in front of the camera and talk about it, or if I would do it like, I don't know. I don't know how I would do it. I don't want to steal anybody's ideas that's already got sort of a thing going with, different things, but I'm going to start off with, like what really brought me down that road of like investigating like true crime stuff. And that's with my great grandmother's passing. I have talked about it on my YouTube channel, on my TikTok, but I have not talked about it on here, which I think would be a really good sort of like, you know, but there's so much um, speculations and like it's still kind of a mystery in our family about my great grandmother. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of information that I'm going to be talking about. I just got to write notes down of like what I remember, and I need to go back on my TikTok and look up those videos and see like what did I say in that video, and like I'm going to try to find like all of the death certificates, and if there's not a death certificate, show tombstones of um you know the family. and then talk about, um, all of that. Uh, I think on my phone I do have a few photos and of the death certificates and the I want to say it's my great grandmother's tombstone. You can actually see it. Um, so I'm just trying to you know, I want to get that together. I don't know if any of you guys would like to hear it and see the video and stuff. If you've seen it from my TikTok, then you kind of know what happened. But don't if you're if you did watch it. If you didn't watch it, don't spoil it for yourself. Okay, don't go over there and do it because eventually I'm going to do it, but I've just haven't yet. And then I was thinking about doing more like serial killer video type things. Um, I love ghost stories too. I like watching people go through like haunted places and stuff, and I'm so obsessed with ghost hunters and um, that sort of stuff. Oh God. Um, but anyway, I want to start doing like some serial killers, um, like Jack the Ripper, Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer. Well, I really want to do the one that I really, really. Before I do Jack the Ripper, I want to do the Black Dahlia case because that was one that I remember after I had learned about my great grandmother that she don't want me to mess with Gizzy. She's sleeping. You don't want to wake a woman when she's sleeping. I'm sorry. Just come over here and lay down, Bubba. He's like trying to mess with Molly, and Molly's sleeping, and she's like, mm. But anyway, um, after I had kind of dabbled into learning about my great grandmother, I got obsessed with the Black Dahlia case. Um, and I was like, gosh, I think I was in middle school or like early high school when I was obsessed with it. And I mean, it like consumed my life for like 2 years. Like, I was like, I thought I could solve the mystery of the Black Dahlia at that point. But of course, you know, I I didn't, of course, because I was just a young kid, But it always has that case was another one that resonated with me. Um, Ted Bundy was another one. I know that's fucked up because of all those gruesome crimes that he did, but that was another one that after I stopped my obsession with the Black Dahlia case, I slowly started to learn about Ted Bundy. And Ed Gein is another one that I know. But the only reason that I started getting into the Ed Gein case was because of the Texas Chainsaw movies. Because I like those. They said that it was based on facts from a true story. I wouldn't say it's like the whole thing, but it was like based on Ed Gein. Another thing that I really, really want to do down the road is if I ever do get the opportunity to travel. Oh, really? He got arrested and killed in your city you live in. That is in hold on, don't Plainsville, Illinois. Hold on. My brain is not working right now. Plainsville? It's Plainsville, I think it is, or something like that. Starts with a P. And I think it was in Illinois, Ohio, Idaho. I can't even remember the state that's in for the life of me, or the city. But anyway, if I want to do eventually. Oh, Ted Bundy. Okay. Um, if I do any kind of hold on. Car door, I didn't know who that was. It just sounded so close. Sorry, my pillow fell. But anyway, if I start traveling, that's a goal that I want to do by the time I'm 40, or once I turn 40, I should say, is find me like a really inexpensive but good like Sprinter van or something along those lines that get up, make it into like a little homestead on wheels type thing. Um, I think he was arrested in Florida. I want to say he was arrested in Florida. I don't know the exact city, but like I think he was arrested in Florida, if I'm not mistaken. Because I know he went down to Florida at one point. I think that was the end of his like killing sprees. Well, no, it wasn't really the end of his killing sprees because I think, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he like didn't they arrest him in Florida and then he escaped out? He jumped out of the library window and then they found him uh, somewhere. I want to say it was somewhere like in the woods or something like that. And it took them like 3 or 4 days to find his ass or something like that. But then they brought him back, and I think at that point, now I could be wrong about it because like I said, my dates and stuff on different things from that case is like I literally have to write things down in order to keep myself on point and on check. Like when it comes to certain dates and stuff in a specific thing. But it was either after or before, and I don't remember. I want to say it was after he had escaped, but I'm not 100% sure. Is when they did um the cast of his teeth, if I'm not mistaken, because of the bite mark on one of the victims. Yeah, and everybody was like, I remember watching. Now, I was when they executed him. It was the year I was born, which is crazy, 89. I think it was like close to the end of 89, if I'm not mistaken. So I was still a baby. But I remember like, and mind you, this was like years later when I was older. Like I want to say it was like a young adult. I remember watching like the day that they announced that he died. Everybody celebrating and stuff. I've seen footage of that. but, but yeah, but and and I'm not recommending you to do this, but if you're curious, go look up his body after death. Like just do it. It um it's a little creepy and morbid, let's just put it this way. If you're, if you got like kind of a weak stomach, I wouldn't recommend you to like look that up, but if you're curious, go look up what he looked like after he died. Thank you. Oh my gosh, you can. I mean, my skin, like I'm pale right now, because of wintertime, of course. But no, you could totally get tattoos on. I feel like though, the paler you are, the more brighter the tattoos are going to end up being because like the darker you are, it's harder for the tattoos to be as vibrant, in my opinion. Because I realized like when I was paler, like especially with this one that I've got on my arm right here, I need to do a tattoo tour. That's an idea that I'm going to do. But especially with this one, like, see how faded it is? Well, I mean, it's old as hell. Like, I got this when I was 18 and I'm 36 now. So it's almost like 20 years old at this point. But this one, there was like really pretty blues, reds, greens, purples. And look at it now, even though it's like 20 years old. I mean, it still held up. Like, it's still good. It held up good. But the darker I get, because when I was paler, like back when I got this at 18, it was so vibrant. Even 2 or 3 years later, when I was obsessed with like tannin and stuff like that, it was still vibrant. But now, but I think because of the fact that it's 18 years old now, so like, Yeah. But yeah, this one, um, a friend did my, or well, ex friend, I should say, did that one for me. I did my first. Well, let me back that up. I did a stick and poke when I was 13, but I like got scared, and it was on my hand actually, and you can kind of see the scar from it. I don't know if you can see it or not on here, but there's like a little scar like right there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I put my birthday 01/07/89, and it like curved like this, and I sticked and poked it at 13, and then I got scared because of what everybody in my family was going to say, my mom, my dad, my grandmother, everybody. And so I like grabbed like a safety pin and just like dug the ink out until it was no more. Yeah, I'm surprised that there's not a bigger scar than that, because that was like, I must have gotten like, I had to dig really deep in there or something. I don't know, but yeah, that's the remnants of it. It's just like this little dot of a scar right there. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's not like showing up well on here, but yeah. And then and then after that, when I think I was like 15, I decided to do that again with the 01/07, and I did it inside of my finger here. You can't really see it because it's faded tremendously, but and then later I tried to retouch it up with my tattoo gun. Weird tan lines. What do you mean? What's wrong with my hands? Because are you talking about my knuckles right here? Let me tell you. Okay, if you're wondering about this is okay. God, I don't know why I'm explaining this, but okay. So when I was a kid, I used to like lean a lot of pressure on this hand when I would sit down on like the ground or whatever. And so I'm assuming that's from that. Or it could be, I mean, my right hand doesn't look as bad as my left. And this camera's like backwards. It could be because like I was a fighter back in the day. Like somebody pissed me off, I'm gonna punch the heck out of them. And I don't do it now. It was back when I was younger. But it could be because of that. I don't know. I've always had this weird coloration in my knuckles ever since I can remember, and in my hands. But I don't I haven't tanned since like the last time I went to the beach was like, which was like last September. So I do have a weird tan line like over here, but that's just because of like the way my bathing suit's at. But yeah, I mean, I've always had that weird coloration in my knuckles and stuff like that, because like, yeah. And this knuckle is, I feel like, is more bigger. Like this hand's knuckles is more bigger than that one too. And I want to say that's probably because of punching shit. When I say punching shit, you know what I mean. But I don't fight no more. I am pretty much a chill out person with my anger now. Like I try not to let see, I went from like one extreme to now where I'm at, which is another extreme. So I used to be a very angry kid growing up. Like I hated people. I wouldn't say I hated people because I did like people, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like I hated stupid people. Like people who were hateful to me, I hated. Let me just put it that way. And of course, but I was a very angry child because I was going through a lot. Like my parents' divorce, a lot of other shit in my life was going on at that point. And so when somebody would piss me off, I'd punch the hell out of them. And I would I would run my mouth a lot. Um, but I was also like that person that kept to myself a lot, because I knew that like if I did that, like if I started running my mouth to people, like I'd get myself in so much more trouble, which I was getting myself in a lot of trouble back then, but like I'd have been in even more trouble. Like, does that make sense? Like, when I say even more trouble, I mean like jail time trouble. So I was growing up. I had a lot of anger problems. Like, I would fight people. I would throw shit. I would punch walls. I would I do a lot of dumb shit, like pretty much a lot of dumb things with my anger. And so then I ended up going to like counseling and like therapy and stuff like that at that point. Like, it was after I was out of high school though when I got all this. And they they try to help me with my anger and stuff like that. And so now, and of course I still had like a mouth on me, like through the time, through my 20s, but I think that once I got into my recovery, and I've been clean for 9 years now, I have worked on myself, and to the point where sometimes, maybe a lot of the times, I keep to myself a lot more, and I don't like, it's almost like I'm afraid to like speak up sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I shut down, I quiet down, because, I don't try to like be like, yo, like, what the fuck? Like, I'm like, okay. Like, that's all I say. Okay. And when I shut down like that, yeah, there's a problem there. Like, but anyway, I need to find like a median, like a middle, where I don't lash out and then, or, you know, where, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a time to like kind of like speak your mind, and then there's a time when you gotta be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to find that medium there, where like I want to speak my words, but then at the same time, like, I want to not be so like angry about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And it's okay to be mad. It's okay to be angry, but not to the point where you're like getting violent. And that's something I'm not trying to do and try to get to. Because that's what I'm nervous about, is that side will come back. I mean, I don't think it will, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just scared that if like I get too angry, then that side will come back. And that is a side of Dawn that I do not want to bring back into this Dawn. The new Dawn, the new grown up Dawn. So yeah, but me too. I'm glad I don't do that anymore either. But this is like I'm assuming this is like the repercussions of doing all that crazy shit. So yeah, but I'm grateful that I'm in a place now where you know, but yeah, but I need some ideas. Let's reel it back. I need some ideas for videos. Like, what do you think I should do? I just got a good idea while talking about the let me write that down before I forget about it. Was that tattoo? I might have done a tattoo tour, but I've gotten new tattoos since then. That is a good idea, because I have gotten a few more tattoos. Now, I might have done that on my TikTok. I don't know. But I'm going to do a tattoo tour. Or, well, I'm going to write it down and then have you guys decide, like, what y'all want to see. But, another thing is, well, I'm not going to announce it, but the video that was for last week that won the poll, I'm not going to say what it was. You'll have to wait to find out. Uh, yeah, you'll have to wait until that vlog comes out. So that you can hear the announcement on that. I don't think it will be, excuse me, I don't think it'll be on this coming vlog video. I think it might be on the fallen one. So stay tuned. I don't know. Is it? No, it might be on this one because I think that I bunched up like 3 days worth of a vlog into one. So I think it might be on that one. I hope. I hope it's on that one. If not, it'll be out in the next one or two vlogs that I do. Just stay tuned for that. But it's going to be a very long video, trust me, because I've already actually filmed it over the weekend. And it's a really long video, but I think that when I hit the end button, I think I was over an hour long. Like it was over an hour long of me. But there's a lot of things that I'm probably going to edit out. Why you started getting tattoos? Okay, so I've always been into tattoos. I've always been into art. I've always been into that sort of thing. Like even when I was younger, like, and when I say younger, like a kid, young. I remember my dad getting his, and he's only got one now, mind you. And it's his one and only, and he even regrets it for some reason, which I think is a really cool like tattoo. It just needs to be touched up. But mind you, it's probably like 30, 25, 30 years old now. But because he got it back in the 90s. I want to say it was like 5, 6 years old when he got it done. So it's about 30 years old now. But I remember my mom and I dropping my dad off to get his tattoo. And then we went and like did a few errands and then came back. And I sat there with my dad and watched him get it done. And I thought, well, that's really fucking cool. You know what I mean? Like one day I'm gonna get one of those, you know? And so I'd always been interested in tattoos since I was small. I loved looking at the artwork. I just loved it all. And I might, if I do a tattoo related video, I might talk about that. I might talk about the reason. You guys obviously will know ahead of me. No, I wasn't scared at all. Like I've always been a very like I feel like I have a lot of fears, but I'm very fearless at the same time. Does that make sense? I know that's weird to say that, but like I have like phobias of things, and so my phobias prevent me from doing a lot of things. Does that make sense? But I'm also fearless at the same time when, you know what I'm saying? But no, I wasn't scared. I was just like sitting there chilling, you know, like I had a Barbie doll in my hand, but I was like looking over watching my dad get his done. And I was just so intrigued about like the tattoo gun, the color ink stuff. I mean, like the shop itself, the guy that was tattooing him. I was interested in like watching my dad get this. Like I was just so intrigued about the whole fucking process of it. And so then, of course, I did my first stick and poke, and then I got scared to death. I got my first stick. I had done my first stick and poke at 13. I did just my birthday, 01/07/89, like on my hand right here. And then I got paranoid and decided to dig the ink out. Wouldn't recommend that, but I was young and stupid. And then later, I ended up doing another stick and poke right here. About a year or two later. And then one of the things that like I had always wanted was I had like this mask that I had. Oh my god, I had that thing for years, and I thought it was beautiful, and I was obsessed with it, and I was obsessed with Mardi Gras colors at that point in my life, and I always thought to myself, how cool would it be to get that tattooed? So I ended up getting my first tattoo at 18. My grandmother paid for this, now mind you, for my birthday. Cool grandma, right? um, and so this is exactly what it is, minus this bloody, like, I don't know if you can see it or not. It might not come through, but like you see that like red bloody teardrop. That was something that was like added on later, like at the end. And yeah. And then a year later the mask broke. I was so devastated because that was like one of my, I love mask. I love those like porcelain mask things. Like I've always been obsessed with those. That's one thing that eventually I want to get some more of and like hang them on a wall somewhere in my room. And a lot of people will ask me, like, isn't that creepy? And I'm like, not to me, it's not, at least. I mean, it might be creepy for you, but for me, that's not creepy. Uh, but yeah. Um, so I got that as my first tattoo. My second one was a free tattoo. And I think I got that one at 19 and it's on the back of my neck. I don't like it. But yeah. Um I liked it at that point. But then but yeah, I've always been obsessed with tattoos. And then at one point I wanted to be like a tattoo artist. Now believe that or not. Like, but I like art. Don't get me wrong. Like I do like art. I like drawing from time to time. I like coloring from time to time. Yes, I love them so much. I'm obsessed with those things. Like I want to start collecting them again. But honestly, I don't know where you would get them unless you go to like an antique store or like a thrift store and just like keep your eye out on them. I don't know where to get these things. I might have to go and like Google and do some search, but I really want to start getting those and collecting them because I want really cool ones, you know. And maybe I could find one similar to that one that I got tattooed. But anyway, um, I've always wanted to like do tattoos and like I was very curious about how like the tattoo gun worked. So I think I was like, well, it was after I left my ex. I bought a hold on, that's my friend again. Hope you don't mind me answering this call. I'm no. Hello. Really? Sorry, I do apologize. I had to. It's that was my friend who went and took a class with me. She was talking to me. Okay, let's see. Do you have to be licensed where you live to be a tattoo artist? I'll let you go. Nice talking to you. Bye. I guess they are already gone. I don't know. Anyway, I think you need a. Okay, so back to what I was saying about that. I'm not licensed tattoo artist. Like I'll admit that I'm not a professional. Like I'm not. I don't do tattoos on other people at all. Like at all. I have a whole setup with like a tattoo like what is it called? It's not the gun. It's I think it's a pin, like a tattoo pin type thing. And I only do it on myself. That's all. I don't have any. I'm not a professional. When I do anything, like I've done a few pieces, like this one and that one I've done myself. That one I've done myself. This one I've done myself. All these are really shitty ones because these were like my first like tattoos on the machine. Like this one was my very first one. This little cross. Um, all of these like little janky looking ones, like that one and then that one. Have some on my legs that I've done. I've just done because I like I'm playing around with it. I have this whole concept. I think eventually what I'm going to do is go to a professional and get like all of this like fixed up besides my pumpkin. I think, well, I mean, I might get them to touch that up too. Um, but I want to do like a whole sleeve and I'm actually going to incorporate my mask in with it, but like a whole sleeve of Halloween stuff. I've just been playing around with like the tattoo gun and hopefully they could like fix it to where like it looks great. But oh, and I've done this one, this little fang one, and actually the little and the bats, these little three bats that I have right here. Um, but I actually want to eventually I want to eventually go to a professional and like finish this up. I've just been like playing around, and this one's a professional one. This like ghost one is a professional, like an actual artist did that one. Um, so yeah, I eventually want to continue doing all this, like, and see this little idea right here with the lipstick. A lot of people say it looks like a, you know what, like a male appendage, but I eventually want to do like on my hand right here, and the whole reason like there's nothing on my hand and I have not put anything on my hand is because like I have this idea of doing like on my hand all the way up to like about here, maybe, I don't know yet. uh, I'm gonna do like makeup related things on my hand. Like I thought about putting like an eyeshadow palette here, and then on this side do a makeup brush, and then on this side, like right here, I want to do like a mascara one. Um, and it's all gonna be like related to like skulls on each one of them. I just don't know how I'm gonna do it. That's the thing. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I think I'm gonna go to somebody on that too because I'm not like the best. But I did find, and this is one thing that I found. I want to say it's an old makeup palette, but it was like an Elvira palette, like an eyeshadow palette, and it was shaped as a coffin. So I'm gonna probably put that there, but like inside of the eyeshadows, they're gonna be pressed with skulls in it. Like look like it's pressed, like the you know how like the only makeup palette that I can think of at the moment is like Jeffree Star's makeup palettes. You know how he has like the star stamped in it with his with his logo or whatever. That's what I want to do. Like I want to have like a skull, like a skull in there somehow. I love skulls. Like I've always been a huge fan of skulls too. Like from the jump, I love bats too. Bats and skulls are like my go to, and pumpkins is my go to. Um, yeah, like this, like skulls like that. See? I mean, that's a mean looking skull, but still, yeah. But I also I have some ideas, other ideas. So this is just going to be like this whole thing is going to be my touch, my Halloween, because Halloween's my favorite holiday, and everything's going to be. I thought about how cool it would be to put like a really big haunted house up underneath this, like probably from like here down, like a haunted house type thing. I don't know how I'm going to do it though, but I've got a lot of real estate up here to do that with. Wouldn't that be cool? Oh, that's cute. I always wanted the really cute one with the bow on it. But I don't know if I want that still. But that's what I wanted when I was younger was like a really cute little like um skull and crossbone with like little bow in its head, and the eyes were shaped as hearts, and its little nose nostrils were shaped as hearts, and then the mouth. But now I'm looking back and I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't get that. But if I did do that, I'd probably do like purple bow instead, because purple's my favorite, one of my favorite colors. I love the color purple. If you can't tell with my hair and my room being lit up like with purple lights and stuff. You did it yourself? Oh wow. Did you do like a stick and poke, or did you do the um like a gun, or like how did you do that? Back up. Back up that way. Sorry, my the dogs are trying to be nosy into the what I'm doing. But yeah, um could you have drawn it out for the tattoo person to copy? What do you mean, the skull thing? Okay. I've always wanted to go to a tattoo party, but like I'm scared that it's gonna be like some like guy or female, like I should say, that like is not really a professional, that just has a gun, like everybody's drunk and be like, oh, what's to do? Like I'm so scared of that. Like I don't know. I mean, I can't say nothing. I was actually drunk when this was this was done, but not the tattoo artist. I meant the person tattooing, but me. So I was a little tipsy. Um, yeah, I could probably. But I think now, like now that I'm looking at it, I don't know if I really want like the little cutesy skull thing. Um, but it does represent my personality because I am kind of dark and morbid, but I'm also like I'm cute sometimes. No, I'm not getting it done. I'm not. I'm just I don't think I'm gonna get it done now. Well, I think well, I have some ideas. Like I go on Pinterest a lot, and I go on like Google and like look up like tattoo ideas. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you some that I have that I've pinned. Um, like how stinking cute is that? I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me drop it down. The the brightness. Hold on. Oh, get up. How cute is that? Oh, it's on a shirt though. That would be so freaking cute. It's like a Beetlejuice. I love Beetlejuice. Sorry. I have I have like a obsession with Beetlejuice. Anyway, let me go to my things, go to my pins. Um Let me find something. See, this was kind of like, well, I mean, I had like kind of makeup idea tattoo related. But anyway, let me show you. Hold on, let me find it because it's not on here. I had some ideas on like haunted house ideas. I don't know. I would probably have to like send it to them through an email or something, and then they go from there or something. I'm not sure. But I have this thing where I want like a really cool one, like something similar to this. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I would just do like I mean, I don't want to copy anybody's thing, but like I want to have like the tattoo artist like draw it out. You know what I'm saying? Like I want it to be an original one, you know. Let's see. Cuz like I'm trying to find the one that I really liked. Here it is. Like see how cool that is? It doesn't really look like it's haunted though. It looks like it's kind of like a but I thought that would like something like that would be really really cool to do. Um or something like that maybe. But let me go back to my pen stuff. I do have a few other ideas for tattoos. Um let me find it though. Like I have this I really want this on my finger. Look how cool that is. We have a bunch of tattoo shops here and they I think I think that they prefer appointments obviously for like certain tattoos, but there's one in particular that you can walk in and like you can roll a dice and pick out of a book. Well, let me back that up. They have like a vending machine thing, and then they have like where you can roll a dice, and like let's say you want like a Halloween related tattoo, you roll a dice, and then whatever page that number is on, like let's say you pick the number 7, you go to number 7, and that's the tattoo you get. And then if you want to change it, it's like more, of course. But anyway, I really love these candles too. I want them somewhere on my sleeve somewhere. I like that. I think that's really cool. This is something that I want. I want like purple roses on my hand. Like I'm actually wanting to cover all of majority of this up besides the cross. Uh so that's something that I want to get fixed is that hand because that hand looks like shit. But I also think where's that cute little bat that I seen? Where did it go? And I also am obsessed with this tattoo. I might end up just getting this one instead, but it's like burning both ends of the candle. I think that's pretty much anywhere. Well, I know here I think it is like that too. I also want these. Like I've always loved the McDonald's Boo Buckets. I also think that's super cute. But I'm trying to find, and I also, um, oh here it is. This is I want this bat. And it pretty. I don't want the moon, like the moon that's on its forehead. I just want the bat. Like I think it's cute. I don't care about the background where it's got like the color around it. I just want the bat, the cute little bat. And then I also am obsessed with like cauldrons. So, where's the one that I really, really like? Where's it at? Oh, and I also want, I'm not getting the one with the middle finger, but I thought I would do the rock one or like the peace. I might do both. I don't know. But I really like those. Um I think this is really pretty. I wouldn't put it in in my Halloween thing cuz that would just be a lot. Um where is it at? Oh, here it is. But I want the like how like the bubbles are like pink, I want them purple or green or orange, one of the two. I think I might do like a mixture of like green and purple, but either that or I'm gonna do just purple. But anyway, also I'm getting a gizmo tattoo because of my dog, because that's his name. And yeah. And I also somewhere want to do something like this, but I don't know if I really want that. That would be something that I would like, you know how you're gonna end up with like a lot of space between, because like the way that I want to do my Halloween tattoo or my Halloween sleeve is do it kind of like a patchwork kind of thing, like where you get one at a time, and then like at the very end go in and like have them fill up the rest of the like empty spaces in between them, because that's just what I want to do. I don't know, I just thought that would be a better thing to do. um This is another thing that I want to get tattooed because I love mermaids and they're pretty. I just don't know where I would put that. I thought about putting her like in like where my spine is at, somewhere. I don't know. I just thought she was really pretty. So I would probably, because she's like topless, I would probably put like a top on her or something, because I don't really care to have like a topless. And then I love these like these are actual real plants. Like if you go Google them, they're called I call them skull flowers, but they're probably not called that. But these plants actually exist, and they actually look like the bulbs look like, or the flower looks like the shape of it. So, um, let's see. This is something that I'm going to get done for my dad. I'm doing that on this arm right here. I probably will put it like in this empty space right here, because my mom's is going right here on this empty space below my daughter, because I want like all my family to be like all in one area. So I'm probably going to cover this up because that was like a bad mistake I did. I did that. So I'll probably do well, I'm minus my nanny and my papaw. They'll be on my legs, like my mama and my papaw is they're just gonna be on the other leg. Um Here it is. That's the haunted house that I like. And I kind of like this tattoo in general because I just think it's really cool. See? I know I'm showing you on my phone and it's not like the best, but and then this is something that I really want on my like stomach area. I know that like I'll probably have to lose a lot of weight before I do this, so keep that in mind that it's going to be down the road. But look how wicked that is. My dad would hate that. Like my dad thinks that tattoos are ugly on females, which I'm like, you're so old school as fuck. But that's just my dad, you know. I think he just tries to like keep me from he thinks he's trying to keep me from getting more tattoos, and I'm like, boy, hush. And I also want an all purple dragon. Like, how wicked would that be? I just don't know where I would put that either. I love dragons too. I love anything like mystical. And oh, this is another thing that I want on my Halloween tattoo. It is a spider, but like it's like outlined really cool in like this like purpley pink color. You can't really tell, can you? But isn't that wicked? Probably a lot of people will be like, "There's a spider on you." I'm like, "No, that's tattooed on me." but but yeah. And then I really like this moth. I want it like right here though. Like I want it like right, maybe right there. I don't know. I have this idea for a chess piece where I'm like from all the way up here going down this way. It's all like bleeding roses and they're red, of course. But then like right in the middle there's like a moth in black and white. I don't know. My grandmother loves butterflies and I love moths. It's so weird. It's so crazy. Oh, that's it. That's all I have on that. I also like this little fairy. I'm assuming this is a fairy. I like that one too. I could get that as a tramp stamp, but who has a tramp stamp these days? But yeah, I get on Pinterest sometimes, and I'll like scroll through and see like what's on my feed. Yeah, I don't know if anybody does that or not, but I do that. A lot of it's just nail related and tattoos and that sort of thing. Ew, Mountain Dew cheesecake. Sorry, that was just some. But yeah, my favorite flower, by the way, if you couldn't tell through all that, is roses. So I'm gonna be the bitch that has a lot of roses on my on my body eventually. Um, the only issue that I come across with tattoos is that they're obviously expensive to get, and the fact that certain places are going to be more painful. And now that I'm older, I'm scared that I'm going to be more pain and it's going to take a longer time for them to heal. I'm 36, so you can do the math on that. You can just figure that out. Sorry, I'm gonna get off at Pinterest and focus. Focus, girl. Focus. But yeah, I want a mermaid on me. I love fairies. So I want something fairy related on me. I was obsessed with that. Oh my God, I don't even know what the name of those fairies were that were back in the day that you seen like I want to say it was like early 2000s. Um and they were in Hot Topic. I remember. They you could get like postcards and different patches and different things like that with the the artwork of the fairies on it. And I remember there's one where there's a fairy sitting on a mushroom that I really liked. And then there was another one where there was a fairy sitting on a crescent moon. And I don't I can't remember the name of those same fairies. Let me look. Fairies. Um let me find them. Find the name of it. Oh my God, what was the okay? They were kind of like these. I don't